Now I'd like to talk about the different joints that we do here in college. Obviously, a lot of these gentlemen will say that they don't do these joints or won't ever do these joints, but they can never tell with the type of work they're going to go into. So, the first one we get them to do, very, very basic, is a halving joint where we take half out of one piece, half out another piece, and we join them up to make a corner. When they've done that one, the second one we do is a cross halving. Again, we take half out of one, half out of the other, and then finally a T halving is a combination of the other two. So where would they use it? A frame for a wardrobe or a cupboard, yeah, where you've got perhaps a cupboard at the top. You may need to put it in to suit the doors with a cross halving, outside with a corner halving, and rails across with a T halving. Other halving joints we do, nice dovetail. Okay, so again, half out of one, half out of the other. Nice joint because when you put it together and put any force that way, it won't pull apart. Then we do what we call a bridle joint. So we take the middle out of that and the two sides out of that one. Again, used for basic frames. Or the reverse of that, where we cut the middle out and then make the other piece, a mortise and a tenon. We'll make a T. Then we do a variation on that of a haunch mortise and tenon that will go in a corner. The sort of thing you may find on frames, furniture, old big timber built buildings. After they've practiced these joints and now can do them quite successfully, we move on to projects where we've got that T-bridle, same as that. We've got a mitre bridle, so something a little bit more tricky. And our dovetail halving. So we get them to make these, trying to get the set measurements, put them in the right position, and get them right. We do exactly the same with the mortise and tenons. So here, we give them a combination. We've got a through mortise and tenon, what we call a stub mortise and tenon, so that stops halfway in the timber. And then our haunch mortise and tenon on the corner. It's a sort of joint you may find on a doorway, a window. And then we've got housing joints. 3 different types. So we've got that one, which is a through housing. That one, as you can see, comes down that side, which is a stopped housing, and then the last one, a shoulder housing. The sort of things to use when you're going to use wide boards, sort of for a bookcase, shelving, things like that. And then we've got our lovely dovetails. I showed you a single dovetail, but when you're making up, like we do for our nail box, we've got 2 dovetails on there. Sort of thing that's great for a drawer construction, because when you've got that on the front and you try and pull it, it won't come apart. So we've used that one as practice, so then we can make our nail box. 4 corners of dovetails. housing joints in the middle for our dividers, and then we got that lovely curved handle where we used a coping saw.